They're everywhere. Those huge cars, taking up space in parking lots. Yep, I'm talking about SUVs. Buckle up, because today we're diving into the surprising story of how the SUV went from a muddy workhorse to a super cool status symbol. It all started with a vehicle that was anything but fancy. The Willys Jeep, a basic machine built for World War II, about as charming as a jackhammer. Tough, with four-wheel drive that could handle anything. The Willys was proof that sometimes being useful is what makes something look cool. And that cool look held the tiny seed of what would become the modern SUV. Back then, nobody called it an SUV. It was a workhorse, a pack mule. After the war, some soldiers saw that these vehicles could do cool stuff even off the battlefield. The 1950s and 60s saw the rise of names that we still hear today: Land Rover and Toyota Land Cruiser, the Series 1. Well, let's just say you didn't buy it for its pretty looks, but boy, could that thing take a beating. The Land Rover and the Land Cruiser were the kings of going off-road. These cars were tools, plain and simple. You used them to work, to pull things, to rescue sheep from mountains. As these vehicles got a little nicer, people started thinking, I could get used to this. They were still tough, but now you could actually enjoy the ride. The 80s and 90s were like throwing gasoline on a fire when it came to how popular SUVs were getting. The Ford Explorer, which came out in 1990, was a total game changer. It was big, had lots of room, and you could fit a whole family in it. All of a sudden, SUVs weren't just for farmers and adventurers. They were for families, for people who wanted to feel safe. The SUV became a way to show you were doing well. And just like that, the SUV took over the suburbs. Fast forward to the 21st century, and what do we see? SUVs ruling the world's roads. Regular cars? Who needs them? People want space. They want cars that are easy to use. And what's super interesting is how many different kinds there are. You've got everything from tiny city SUVs to giant 7-seater monsters. And let's not forget the fancy luxury SUVs with more leather than a fancy Italian furniture store. The SUV has become like a big empty page for car makers to draw all their new ideas on. Hybrid power? Check. Extra safety? Of course. So who are the big players, the giants of the SUV world? Well, make way for the Toyota RAV4, one of the best-selling SUVs ever. You can count on it. It saves gas and it's as safe as a tank. Next up, we have the Honda CR-V, a family favorite all over the world. It's like the Labrador Retriever of SUVs, friendly, you can trust it, and it's always ready for an adventure. And let's not forget the Hyundai Tucson, which is getting more and more popular. Cool style, smart gadgets, and a price that won't make your eyes water. The Volkswagen Tiguan brings a bit of European style to the party. And finally, we have the Ford Escape, or Kuga, depending on where you are in the world. It's all about new gadgets, easy city driving, and a modern look. From simple army trucks to fancy status symbols, SUVs have come a long way. They show us what we like, what we want, and yeah, maybe even what makes us feel a little unsure. Love them or hate them, SUVs aren't going anywhere anytime soon. They've changed from just useful tools to ways to show off your lifestyle. Whether you've loved them for ages or you're just starting to like them, you can't deny how much SUVs have changed our roads and what we think is cool. What about you? Have you joined the world of SUVs? Which one makes your heart beat a little faster? Share your thoughts, stories, and of course, your SUV picks in the comments below.